Hello, my friend. Like I promised, I will share experience about Mexico dental tourism with you. Basically, where did I go? I went to Tijuana, Baja California, down Mexico, which is border city with San Diego. The reason why I picked there because it's easy for me. I live in the west coast of Canada, Vancouver Island specifically. For me, it's easy for me to drive to Bellingham and flew from Bellingham or Seattle, so it's only about 2-3 hours flight. The ticket's usually under $200 US. That's the reason one. Reason two, like most of people, I had a doubt about Mexican dentists. This is my second trip. I have nothing but one for things said about Mexico dental tourism. Like a lot of people probably assume you only went down there because of the cost. And are they even reliable? I can tell you one thing. They take American and Canadian insurance. Like my insurance, you can use them in Mexico too. It just takes a little bit longer time to process. But for me, I already maxed out my insurance. Like a lot of people, self-employed, small employer, few contractors, you're not going to have a bigger plan. Like my plan, $500 yearly expense, 20% deductible. So, and then I still have to pay the monthly premium. So by the time I finish monthly premium, that's already got me like 2-3 round trip ticket to San Diego. By the way, how did you get from San Diego to Tijuana? It's very easy. When you get off the plane, take a bus, get you to the downtown of San Diego, take the blue line. About an hour, you reach the San Ysidro border. You just walk through. Very easy. Once you cross the border, take a cab to downtown, probably only like 5 minutes. How did I find a dentist? You can Google around, look at Yelp, look at all the reviews. Don't fully rely on the price or whatever the review said. Most importantly, make sure you give the dentist a call. I found this Dr. La Vega from different resources, travel, TripAdvisor, Yelp. What I did is give him a call. Like I call a few dentists, narrow down like 3-4 lists until you call someone and call him and see how he understand your question, your concerns. Make sure to ask a local reference. A lot of those dentists, they do have a local reference. I asked him to provide me a Vancouver reference, another reference from Sandwich, Victoria here. So I talked to both reference. Perfect. That was the last year actually. That's how I did it. Why I spent 2 trips? Because I needed way more treatment. This time I did 2 root canal down there. Richmond dentist here quoted me 2,300 Canadian. Without bridge put it back. So down Tijuana, 2 root canal, bridge put it back, you're looking at about $900. I know this is not the cheapest one, but I'm not purely shocked for the price, more for experience. Last year when I did my other root canal, I actually went back to the dentist here in Nanaimo, British Columbia, the volunteer dentist. He told me, yeah, your previous root canal, the Mexican dentist did a wonderful job. Like this job is more than what you can look for. That's why I come back. This 2 root canal on single teeth, the dentist, Dr. Carlos, is a different specialist at the office. Did it in 1 hour. Very skillful, not even talking, didn't take a break, like 1 hour. I don't even feel a little bit pain. Like I did 1 root canal here in Nanaimo before. That's it's a different experience. This is 2, actually 2.5, because it's a bigger teeth. Put a 2 root canal down below. It's long, like this long, and then there's a horizontal one too. So it was crazy. I mean, apparently, based on what I understand here in Nanaimo, volunteer dentist told me, there are good dentists and bad dentists, the same as anywhere in Canada, the U.S., or Mexico. If you find a good one, Mexico can be actually better than here. You know why? I went there during Christmas and New Year's Eve. It's a weekend. Doctor worked to my schedule, so 2 root canals, bridge. Guess how long it take? Only 2 days, because he works with my schedule. He knew I have to go to CES in Las Vegas. The second day during my treatment, I even met someone from Washington, D.C., a very nice old couple told me they've been come to Dr. LaVega for almost like 5 years. They used to go to a dentist who was like Harvard dentist back in Washington, D.C., who treat all the senators and congressmen. They have this, back home in the U.S., dentists have this attitude, they don't care. Like here in Mexico, people are wonderful, you know. I spoke zero Spanish. Like, regarding safety, I don't know, you know what, first time when I got to Mexico, I had my concerns. It's northern part of Mexico, you know. I heard so many stories, like Mexico could be rolling a dice, you can get kidnapped, you can lose your kidney, there's like a shooting on the street. I saw nothing like that in Tijuana. It's very safe to me. I was able to walk in the dark from all you can eat place in Rio Plaza. You can just Google Rio Plaza back to Central, which is downtown. Like there are a lot of people on the street. I mean, it's like any city. There's Costco, there's Walmart. I mean, stuff isn't necessarily cheap compared with like San Diego. I mean, food, drinks, but you can always there's a duty-free store right at San Ysidro. You can get all your liquor there. You can bring to. I saw people bring like. I know this sounds like so like a migrant worker. I saw what other people did, so I also bought like chili wine for $5 US. You get two bottles of chili wine in Baja duty free. So I bought like 5 bottles of wines and just bring it back from US to the Mexico. Food wonderful. You know, I never had such a good tacos on the street. Like can be as cheap as 30 peso. You know, 30 peso. I know. I'm kind of adventure Chinaman, so I don't care what other people think. I didn't see any gringos eating street tacos. They all went to like Domino and Burger King. So I was like, oh, this, I can't recognize the name. I wanted it. Apparently it's like pork belly. I think when Chinese people eat that, oh, this taco is so good. I've never had taco this good. It's cheap. Like their salsa is like green color. Back to the topic. If you ever go to Tijuana, make sure like schedule yourself maybe 4 or 5 days. You don't try to rush it. Maybe even summertime. The wintertime you can't really swim. There's a nice playa. A playa is like a beach, like in Spanish. Tijuana Beach, that's a good one. Another one's Rosaritos. Don't bother with taking cab. Ask around people. You can take those share minivan. Basically, we have those in China. In Canada, US, you guys wouldn't have those. Like basically a few people share a van. They have a set destination. Make sure you ask people, oh, how do I get to Rosarito? I used to never pay attention. Oh, there's a minivan with a different color stripe. And there's a sign to tell you where they're heading. After a few days, I figured it out. I even took a city bus from San Ysidro to Central and back. You know what? Don't bother with cab. Cab, you gotta rip off. Last year, I took a cab from San Ysidro back to downtown Central, so it's about $7 US. I got a rip off. You can take a city bus for 5 peso, which is like 20 cents. Another thing, what do you bring down to Mexico? I suggest you change some pesos, because with US dollar, it's too big. I mean, people can't really. It's harder for them to take a change. Like personally, like me, I like to take a city bus so you can see around. I like to eat street food, but don't follow me. I'm Chinaman. I have like a different kind of stomach, so it was a good experience. I love it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Like, this is my second trip to Tijuana, and I have no regret. Finally, I finished all the work. Imagine I have to do it here. Like the cost difference, I can tell you the cost difference. I had a 2 trip. Okay, I probably spent less than $3,000 for the treatment part. Let's say about this trip, including the flight, hotel, food, everything, including the Vegas trip, plus the treatment. You get a vacation out of it, and you still have saving compared with if I get the treatment here. Why? Because root canal, bridge, crown, those, even you have a good plan, you probably maximum cover 50%. Me, nothing. Those bigger treatment, you don't get covered. You only get feeling like cleaning. Like, I might even go back to Mexico like every couple of years, just do a checkup. Like, for them, you know, they do x-ray, they don't print it out like us. They just look on the computer. Save you cost too. They take our credit card. Everywhere you can use credit card. Funny thing is, you know, I use my President Choice Canadian chip card, MasterCard. You actually have to plug in and put down the password. A lot of U.S. retails, they don't even have chip technology. So, oh well. Anyway, that's a long talk. So, yeah, if you have any question regarding my dental tourism experience down Mexico, there's other part of Mexico do that too. So the only reason I say Tijuana because I live closer to Tijuana. It's easy for me to get there. I'm pretty sure Puerto Vallarta and other places, even Juarez in close to Texas, El Paso area. I know people say it's dangerous. I'm pretty sure it's safe. You know, why do they want to attack a tourist? This is like killing their own tourism industry. Nobody want to do that. Even cartel, they are not dumb. They might be Mexican, but they are not dumb. Like somehow I feel a lot of attitude, like American, like redneck attitude is, oh, wetback, stuff like that. I even heard that wetback words on the street. I mean, this is, don't be, like people do understand, okay? They do understand English. So the next time when I go, I want to check out the bullfighting. I keep missing the bullfighting. It's a good experience. Yeah, wonderful trip. I can't ask more. Any questions? Let me know.